everybody out there. Welcome. Good Monday afternoon, good Monday evening, good Monday morning, depending on where you're watching this from. Live. So much to cover today, but I want to tell you right off, it's my birthday this week, and every year on my birthday, probably for the last 4 or 5 years we've done this, we celebrate by opening registration to all of our programs. That's not happening just yet. It's going to happen later in the week, but today I can answer your questions if you have any questions. But today we're talking about failure in dog training, and this is just such an important thing because failure is like a double-edged sword, because failure can enhance the intensity for the learner, but it also can completely discourage the learner from ever wanting to do anything again. Think about yourself. If you've ever been in a situation where you failed, sometimes it gets you excited and sometimes you just want to give up. So before we begin, I would love you. Hey, thank you for look at all the happy birthdays in there. So I would like you to leave a comment where you're watching from, if you're in one of our programs already. And if you would give a thumbs up or a heart on this video, I'm going to give you all hearts. It's super exciting Monday because my friends Max and Enya, who are business partners in our agility programs, Agility Nation and Handling 360, they were just amazing at the European Open. They both came away with medals. Max, of course, stole the show. He won he got a gold medal and a bronze medal. A little bit greedy, but that's okay. He's just an amazing competitor to watch. Any of you that got to see Max's runs, tell me if I'm not wrong. Tell me if they weren't like just so inspiring to watch. So that Max and Enya and I actually are going to do a live later this week. More on that later. I'm too excited. So failure is probably one of my most favorite things to talk about. And I'm going to start by, Carla's watching from Virginia.
Hamburg, Germany.
Hamburg, Jim. Oh, are you catching the Instagram? Thank you. Perfect. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Austria, Tennessee. All right. So lots of people from all over the place. Let's start off with giving away a prize. I'm going to give away, this is like LOH's favorite bait bag. So some of you know I have a bit of a reputation of loving to buy dog beds. Probably second on my list is dog collars. Third on my list would be bait bags. And so when we find a good one, we tend to share. This one is from the great people at Blue 9. And LOH, why do you love this one? I should have given you a mic. I am hoarding 2 mics because I'm streaming to Instagram and I'm streaming to YouTube and Facebook. So I have two different mics.
I have no excuses. Bait, it's not too big.
Not too big, but
lots
it's
of treats. Zip on the back for my poop bags, and my phone fits perfectly in the front.
I didn't even see that zip on the back for poop bags.
Very discreet, and I can slide a credit card in if I need to.
Oh, your ID or your credit card can go in there. Oh, that's good. Hey, happy birthday from Sweden. Thanks.
Fridge, easy enough.
Oh, and it's lined in there. Oh yeah, this is cool. And then there's this little you can put your phone in there in the front.
Yeah, that's right. So you're never without.
Perfect. So we're going to give away one of these. All you have to do is share that I'm live and put it on your Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, anywhere on social media. Come on back here and say that you've shared it. And we're going to make sure that we are going to get a Blue 9 bait bag to you. Why don't we, I know what I'll do. We're going to do a Blue 9 bait bag plus, if you're watching this on the recording, so we're going to give away this Blue 9 bait bag before the end of this live. And if you're watching this on the recording, I'm going to give away one of my favorite tug toys from the good people at For My Merles. So hearts for the people at Blue 9 and For My Merles, and for giving away these awesome prizes. And all you have to do is share it on your page. Come on back and write in the comments, shared, but let us know where you shared it so we can go and check before we do our draw. Okay. So, oh, yay. Today, I'm going to go over 10 reasons. It might be, I probably could have come up with 50. 10 reasons, 10 things that increase the probability of failure while training a dog. And why do I want you to know how to create more failure? Because ideally, we're going to do the opposite. All right. So 10 reasons why there's unnecessary failures. And I'm going to ask you right now to write in the comment section, and we'll try to copy down as many and see how many of my 10 are on your list. So why do you think about your own session, think about watching a student session, what contributes, what increases the probability of failure in dog training? Let's assume it has nothing to do with experience. If experience was all the same, what would increase probability? Because new people, like their mechanics aren't going to be as smooth. That's true. But let's assume experience being the same. So inconsistency. What do you mean by inconsistency? Deborah, give me more. So when do you have any?
I have one, rehearsals of wrong.
Rehearsals of wrong. Okay.
Not following through.
Not following through with what?
Your training or your plan.
Novel distractions.
Increasing distractions, fear, frustration, or anger.
So fear, frustration, or anger from who?
Someone just asked, could you read?
What do you think would contribute to failure in dog training? What would increase the probability of a skill that you are trying to train isn't going to work? Oh, Pitt's therapy dog. I didn't think anybody would put that one down. That is number 4 on my list. Expectations of the dog.
Not clear instructions, lack of self-belief, bad emotions, not using markers, too hard, too easy.
No markers. Linda said that one. Too hard, too easy. I don't know if I got them all because you're just going lack of self confidence. Did you say?
Not following through. Fear, frustration, anger, increasing distractions.
Unclear criteria.
Bad emotions, lack of self-belief.
Lack of self-belief. And what does bad emotions mean? Like the trainer is cranky?
Maybe.
Or the dog is cranky? Distractions too high.
Inconsistent direction. Moving on too quickly.
Moving too fast.
I think this is a person, no patience.
Lumping.
Someone
no
said,
patience.
not being aware of what you're reinforcing. Your dog's history, your dog's health.
Oh, Pitt therapy dog's got another good one. Not teaching prerequisite skills first. So lack of foundation. That would go hand in hand with your expectations being super high. Miss a few days of training, falling behind, making it harder for me to get back into the groove. Yeah, I think that goes back to, Carol Brown's got a good one. Temp of dog, not optional, optimal. Good one, Carol Brown. Oh, Hunden Melanie Schenzer. I apologize. Is that Dutch or German? But that's a great one. And that was, I mean, there's a lot of these that I have on my list, but that one is on my list. And it was not the right rewards. So not the value of the reward isn't.
So many good ones on the chat roll. Let me run through them for you.
On the chat roll. Oh,
You
okay.
have
Yeah.
Your team shared. Not big enough reinforcement. Poor mechanics. inconsistency in both mechanics, criteria, or planning, session too long, too many distractions before a good base level, mistiming of rewards, sitting back and watching the dog in environment instead of playing a role.
So Joy asked, what was my question? Oh, it's German. Okay, pretty good. My question is, what are the factors that would contribute to failure in any dog training session? And we're going to assume the experience level of the person doing the dog training is the same.
Not understanding how to modify for your dog.
So
it's like our tag team training.
Not understanding how to modify would be the environmental or the criteria. So the environmental setup or the criteria, the plan or the criteria, I would think that would go under.
Training with another dog present.
Yep, that goes under novel distractions. Somebody's distractions too high for the puppy, Elaine said. Hi, Elaine. Elaine, I was just watching one of your videos today, wasn't I, or yesterday? Did I not comment on it?
Not having fun, both parties.
Oh, that should be a deep dive. Not both dog and handler not having fun. Why would dog and handler, neither dog nor handler having fun? That could be in a whole podcast. Why would that be? The ending of the training not positive. Okay, I want you, I got another question for you, and I've got this one. One failure would be consistently in routines. Yes. Pushing dog forward before they're ready. High expectations. That's another good one that we talked about. Okay, I've got another question for you. And this is, what is your innate response when your dog makes a mistake? When you think they probably shouldn't be making a mistake. So there might be two answers to this. There might be the answers you want to share in public. Like, oh, I laugh. Oh, I say, try again, or I give them a cookie. And then there's like, there's an answer. What if you're training and you're hungry and you're cramming because you've got class and things aren't going well? Then what's your response? No judgment. Just put it out here for me. What is your response? So Gil said reset.
Catherine's is anxiety. Tara is frustration. Nat is WTF.
Yeah, I put an A in that one too, sometimes myself.
Beth says she's learned since watching you. I try to laugh.
I love it.
Leslie says frustration, not sure how to correct. Frustration, I don't know what I've done wrong. Frustration with the dog. I question, what have I done wrong? These are so good. Susan's good admission. She knows better.
Yeah. I love this. I love your honesty. I'm giving you guys hearts for honesty. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit deeper now. What does it mean if your dog makes mistakes? What does it mean? What does your brain tell you it means? What does it mean if your dog makes mistakes? Yeah, Carol said, my first one is ugh. I thought we fixed this.
I stall out. I panic.
You know what you do. What?
I stall out.
What does stall out mean, Linda?
Oh, I know what you're going to say. I make it easier.
No, you just quit. You put the dog away. I'm not doing this right now. What does it mean? It means we went too fast. You guys are thinking logically. I want something a little bit deeper. This is why he's not focused. Why? So what does it mean? I set them up wrong. I didn't do enough foundation work. They don't truly understand. The mechanics are off. Something's moving. He's not focused. My dog doesn't have clarity. So all of these things are the polite things that are going through your mind, but really there's probably two things which are causing the frustration. When a dog fails, the frustration is it's because many of you were honest and said, I'm frustrated when my dog fails. It's the message that you're giving your brain. Is it that I'm not good enough? I'm not good enough for this dog. This dog's too smart for me. Or it could go in the other direction. So it could become, so you could be beating yourself up and maybe not calling yourself names, but saying, well, Susan would be able to get this. Why can't I get this? Or you might say on the other way, I've done everything right. Why isn't he not getting this? What's wrong with this dog? And so both of these thoughts that could be programmed, because we're programmed to put our own self to be a victim. Either we're not good enough or our dog isn't good enough. And that's what creates frustration. And that's what creates the disappointment in ourselves or the disappointment in the dog. And guess what? That does not serve you. Always, I go back to behavior is communication. So it's easy to say, I'm not good enough, the dog's too smart, or the dog's too dumb, or this is it's a breed thing. He was a rescue dog. It's who he is. It's who he'll always be. You know, when I see behavior that I'm not expecting, one of my first things would be, what did this dog eat today? Have I changed the diet recently? When did the dog eat? Has it been too long since the dog's had anything in their system? If I truly am surprised. But I think I said this to Linda yesterday when we were talking about this live. When I go into training, for me, I'm always going in with a curious mind, evaluating what my dogs know right now. Or if I'm training somebody else's dog, what does this dog know right now in this environment at this time of the day? And if I get behavior that I don't expect, I don't turn that into any kind of judgment of myself, of my skills, or of the dog. I just get curious. And I'm not saying I'm not human, that I don't say WTF, that I mean, my go-to is to go like, Prophet, what are you thinking? And then I'm like, well, he's thinking there's a logical reason for this, Susan. Let's unpack it.
Someone brought it all the way back to your other saying.
The dog's doing the best they can with the education we've given them in the environment we've put them in. Right. And so
Dawn on Instagram says she loves the cognitive stuff that you bring into these lectures.
Because I know it's so easy, because so many, I mean, this is deep, but I think dogs are sent to us as healers. And a lot of us are trying to heal from past traumas. And it's so easy to slip back into whatever unhealthy program is running through your head. This is why my dog can't get this, right? Like, it's not that you are a failure. It's that the outcomes, the environment and the contingencies, that you set up, the antecedents, didn't give you the outcomes you expected. All right, let's go. Let's fix it.
Courtney.
What happened, bud? Oh,
Courtney wrote, I think of this. But how are you not frustrated when you think you are ready to show off and then they don't perform? That's me. That happens to me. I can't wait to show Susan something, and then I show her, and it's like, whoa.
I get sad when I see I see a student who they tend to not be at their best self when I'm around, and then their face shows this either disappointment or anger at themselves for not showing their best dog training. Where, guess what? If you show me your best dog training, you lose the opportunity for me to help you. Because, like, I want to see your average dog training. Because your best isn't the norm. Average. Let me see your average so that I can help your average be better. I don't know. Mister, you're kind of in the way over here. Come here. Can you hop it up? Hop it up. Thank you. So it's got, and it's got to be okay when you're training with a group of people that your dog isn't brilliant. It's got to be okay. And because then you can go back and say, what one of the things you guys came up with you came up with a list of 25 things, right? I'm going to share some things about what increases the probability of failure that maybe aren't things that we talked about. A lot of people talked about things like distractions. So there's two ways of looking at distractions. There is, I put my dog in an environment of a lot of distractions. And I thought they'd be okay. Because maybe you've been doing distraction training. Best place to do distraction training is in crate games. So there's the number of distractions in the environment. So in this room right now, this is a big, long room. So if I was going to bring the puppy that Linda's training right now, if I was to bring that puppy up here, there'd be a lot of things. Probably the dangling toys on the wall would be the biggest distraction. There's dogs laying down. I'm just going to turn my camera. I don't know. Those of you on Instagram, you're not going to be able to see that. So there's like an 8 objects, and there's there's stuff. So the number of distractions, the vastness of this room is a distraction. But the second part of distractions is the value of a distraction. So all of these, there's probably 100 distractions in this room. And on a scale of 1 to 10, if they ran over to one of my dogs, they're going to get no response. So that's not going to be a big distraction. So the value of any of these distractions isn't great. But you could have one distraction if you're trying to train like a Labrador right near a pond. It's only one distraction. But the value of that distraction, now if you have a lot of distractions, a lot of value on all of them, kaboom! Now, like you've exponentially increased the probability of failure, right? So a lot of those, like a pond is initially to a dog who loves water could be insurmountable, but with a great plan and proper training, it's just another distraction. It's inert. It doesn't make a big difference. Okay. Another thing, I'm gonna get to one that I think none of you will have on your list. Another thing is the value of the reinforcement that you're using. So variety is super important. And if you are training with the same things every day, then it's easy for the dog to go, I'm just going to weigh this against this. Oh, these win. So when you have a lot of distractions, I'm going to turn off my bell here, and your reinforcement of the reinforcer you're using is low value, then you're going to lose. The dog's going to fail, right? The dog is going to fail. All right. We talked about expectations. You go in expecting, let's talk about the hand target. So getting your dog to touch their nose to your hand. So many of people will say, oh, my dog can do that. And that is a great thing to take on the road to test the value of any distractions. If you don't have it, so I mentioned that we have a big celebration, hence the little icon in, I don't know where it is. There it is. Icon birthday party celebration. So I have what I think is the absolute #1 best tutorial on how to get an amazing nose target and why everybody should train this way. And that, well, I guess I can put, somebody on the team will put a link in the chat, how to get to that, because it's 100% free. But you take a behavior that the dog absolutely knows and you test it in different environments. And now you can see what is high intensity distractions, how many is too many. And you can use that to see how focused is your dog in that environment. All right. So high expectations for the dog. Most of you mentioned that in one form or another. Okay. Here's one that I think that you might have missed. Okay. I'm going to put, I am going to, my team said that they cannot put a link in, so I'm going to create one for you. All right, here we go. Boom. All right, so there you can go, and that's where you can get that's where you get no news about when we open registration, but that's also where you'll get the hand target tutorial.
Can you just tell them for the Instagram people?
Oh, Instagram. Can you write it? You can write it in the chat. It's DogsThat.com/party. Thank you for helping me think of the Instagram people. All right. So this one, this is number 5 on my list. I bet you it wasn't on anybody's list. What part of it would be? So many people said, oh yeah, it's we have a low value reinforcement, but this is a mistake I see a lot of new people do. They believe we need a dog to do this eventually, regardless if we have food on us or not. True. I want my dogs to listen whether I have obvious reinforcement on me or not. And so they take a behavior that's in the early stages and they try to go to a variable rate. I'm not going to give you a cookie every time you nose touch. I'm going to give you one every 2 times. This is important. Lean in and listen to this. Variable rate is not important in dog training. Variable value. That's what's important. When people go, well, I need my dog to hit the right weave entry and agility. I need my dog to stop at the end of the seesaw. I need my dog to hold that start line. I can't go give him cookies, but you can reinforce him.
You gave an obedience example today.
Right. In obedience, it's the same thing. Your cue to release a dog from the start line rewards the dog for staying at the start line. Rewards them better than their favorite toy or favorite cookie ever could. In obedience, the dog who sits for their recall when you walk across the ring, the reinforcement of the sitting and staying gets reinforced by you saying, come. The reinforcement of the front gets rewarded by the finish. The reinforcement of the finish gets rewarded by you celebrating and going on to the next exercise. So people get hung up on, I need to go to a variable rate. No, you don't. You need to go to a variable value. So sometimes you reward with cookies, sometimes you reward with toys, sometimes you reward with a hand touch that leads to another behavior that they love. Variable value. Okay. And many of you said training fails because you don't have a proven plan. That's why if you go to DogsThat.com/party, I give you my plan. I'll give you my plan how to get a great hand target. All right. The criteria. Listen to this one. This is 7 and 8. It's not clear to the dog how to earn reinforcement. What is my criteria to earn reinforcement? It's not clear. But even if it is clear, touch your nose to my hand and you'll get a cookie. It's not clear what doesn't earn reinforcement? Okay, well, what if I touch the side of my head? What if I touch the nose and my mouth? What if I bite? What if my nose and my mouth? What if my paw and my nose? It's not just what earns reinforcement, what doesn't earn reinforcement. That's just super, super important. One of the things that we teach in all of our classrooms is when you're ready to try something, I'm going to shape a start line. I'm going to shape, I'm going to always have a 1-minute evaluation session. Put on your timer, 60 seconds. You will dramatically decrease the amount of failures you will ever get by using that timer. And I would say a big reason is people don't get a transfer of value. The cookies stay the most important thing. When people teach behaviors with cookies, this is the cue. If I said to my dog, sit, and they sat, the cue, sit, is complete. But if they've been taught with this, then the cue, sit, is incomplete. We need a transfer of value, which means the reinforcement needs to be out of sight or not obvious, or they've been taught through our game, It's Your Choice, for example, that it doesn't matter if there's food on the floor or there's food in my environment. I need to do the training to earn those. So, I mean, I said we're just going to talk about 10. Between us at the beginning, you guys came up with 25. I just really honed in on some that I think are super important. Did any of those pop out at you as like, oh, I'm missing that one?
And asking a question, does praise count as a reward so that it can be part of reward variability?
Good question. Does praise count as reward? So it can be a reward value. And that is, your dog will tell you. So those of us that use spotlights, which are a verbal marker, that means you can get your toy, that's your reinforcement. You can come, you can pick up a toy off the floor, you can grab the toy in my hand, you can wait where you are and I'll bring you. So we have spotlights. So words that happen, most people will say good dog or yes. Those can be part of it. So if you use yes and give them cookies, eventually yes can be part of your varying the value. But if you can't just say, go to words and say, oh yeah, I varied value. I gave him a cookie on Tuesday and now I'm saying yes and good dog and good boy. And I'm varying all the different words that I use. No, doesn't work that way. And as dog owners, we have got to find joy in looking for ways to transfer value, find reinforcement for our dogs so that they, what it does is it creates this focus for work, this focus for you.
I think it's important for Susan to share what that looks like for her. Ears up.
Right. So if I was going to go train my dog now, I'll go and do a demonstration. I'm going to show you what a really good nose target touch to the hand looks like. And then let me see. I will increase distractions. I will
show an evaluation session.
I'm going to create some failure. So I'm not going to show an evaluation. I will show you a good one to start. And then I will muddy the water of what doesn't earn reinforcement, and that my criteria will be unclear, and watch how quickly I'll be able to ruin my good nose target. So I'm going to do this with my 5-year-old dog. Well, she'll be 5 next month. So what else can I screw up? The incompatible behavior. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Let me just see how I can screw this up. Okay. So Linda's going to turn around so that Insta Oh, I know. That's what it was. Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I got an idea here. Camera settings.
Instagram can hear fine. They're watching this.
Okay, the only way I can do it, guys, is if I keep both of them on at the same time, which means the feed is going to be a lot smaller. But that's the only way I can do it. Sorry. So it means that you're not going to be able to see.
So someone says good now.
Yeah, it's good now because I put a split screen. Okay. So I've got distraction, high value. I'm breaking my rules by throwing high value distractions on the floor and asking for her to nose target. But even my nose target is pretty good, so it's difficult to try and break it. Search. Search. So I'm getting kind of the side of my face now, side of her face. Yeah. Oh, there's a little here too. Okay. Good girl.
Let's recap because you had a bit of a disconnect there.
Okay, you can turn my
Well, she's
where's my camera going? I moved my camera down there so I'd have microphone for you. Okay, sorry about that no sound, and I understand why is because there's no microphone on that camera. Sorry about that. So, recap. If I increase the value of the distraction, how could I do that? By putting really good distractions and putting them really close. If I put those distractions at by the door, she wouldn't have cared. I put them right under her face and I made her turn away from them to touch their nose, touch my hand. Even then, because she's almost 5 and she's got a great nose target, it was really hard to break it, really hard to break it. But by reinforcing, making my criteria less discreet, saying, oh, just touch my hand with something, I did get crappy nose targets, right? So it's easy to create failure even when you have a super experienced dog. Imagine if this was a new dog trainer with a new dog. High distractions. Well, as many of you said, my dog would have just eaten those cookies. And that's where the cookies are something that the dog earned. That's what a transfer of value means, is that the dog doesn't go, okay, I did this. Can I steal that now? I did that one. Can I steal that one now? Transfer value means I understand I don't get that until you invite me to take it. If I had said to her, search and pointed to them, or if I'd put them in a bowl and said chow, she would have eaten that bowl of food so fast because it's been almost 24 hours since her last meal, right? So that's why we put out the hand target masterclass, where you can get it at DogsThat.com/party, because it is, I think, one of the best behaviors when taught properly. It's, my mentor, Bob Bailey, he has this great line where he says, if a behavior is too easy, meaning the criteria for reinforcement is too easy, it's lost very easy. Why couldn't I break that nose target very easily? Because my criteria was never easy. It was always, you notice that I had my hands above her head. So she, if I just took a dog off the street and said, I'm going to teach you to nose target, my hands are going to be up here, the dog would have just been jumping up and trying, like, I don't see this hand. This hand is zero value to me. So there's steps, layers in our hand target that make it immune to be broken, make it more immune to be broken. Still, I was able to break it a little bit. It makes it more immune. And once you've got this great hand target, well, we use it for building behaviors in obedience, in agility. We teach a nice pop-up stand with it. We use it to transfer to doing end behavior on a target. We use it for a start line setup. We use it for like reinforcement zone. There's so many things that we use that hand target for. But as I said earlier in this live, it is a great evaluation of how comfortable do you feel in this environment with these distractions. Do I get the same behavior, or do you come in and nip my hands because you're a little bit overwhelmed or overexcited by this environment? Do you come in and fake touch and look around you? Like, it's just such a great behavior that's why we put it out there for everybody to enjoy for free. It's in our Recallers program. We just pull it out and put it in there for you all to enjoy this week. Okay.
I want to share what Marie said. Wow, sometimes I try to train with her dinner, which is raw, and for some training sessions, it's just far too distracting. I make the reward a distraction rather than a motivation. It's clear now.
Exactly. So what a dog loves, I wrote that on the board. Say it in exactly. Your dog's toy or your dog's reinforcement, or what they love most of all, is your greatest reinforcement, but it's also your biggest distraction. So yes, when I train, part of the training I've been doing, Kim's been on holiday and I had her dog Belief for the last week. And one of the big things I've been training was the pressure of your raw food in a training environment, because she believes like, no, there's raw food here. I just got to eat that raw food. I can't do it. Okay, you want me to take that jump and turn right? Well, I can take the jump and turn left. I can take the jump and go straight. I can take the jump and go around it. I can do all everything. I can do all my tricks. I can do whatever you want, but I cannot do what you're asking consistently because of the pressure of the distraction. And that is something actually that I'm doing my next virtual seminar in Agility Nation is on the pressure of reinforcement. Okay, so you have to, failure is going to be part of training. And this whole live was twofold. It was one, for you to recognize your visceral emotional response. And is that helping you? Is it helping your dog? Is it helping your dog to have more clarity in what you want? Is it helping you to progress your goals? Unless it's one of curiosity and gratitude, it probably is not helping you. If there's still a lot of frustration built into when your dog fails, or worse, if you're still training in a system that says, after this many repetitions, that dog deserves a correction, that's flawed. That's flawed. Behavior is communication. It is not a statement of who that dog is.
Someone asked a question specific, but maybe you could help them understand, when do you start to make the food variable and the rate and the distraction? Like, how do you plan that?
So early in training with a puppy or a rescue dog, or if I'm teaching a new behavior, the varying starts with using high value food rewards, high value tug rewards, different high value food rewards, the delivery of where that food reward comes from. Maybe it's in a bowl on the ground. Maybe it's coming from my hand. It's a number of different reinforcements. I don't use when I'm teaching a new puppy, a new dog, new rescue dog, or a new behavior, unless it's a dog that's very savvy. My dogs who really understand the process, I don't have to be as crazy in changing the reinforcer. But early on, that's what I don't go to. Oh yeah, I gave you 3 big meatballs, and now you're getting belly button lint. That's what you're getting. Belly button lint for the next 10. No. You have to understand. It's funny because this reminds me of, on the weekend, I had my 12-year-old nephew here. He was working for a day. and he wants to buy his own gaming computer. So he needed some income, and his relationship with the word work is very unhealthy, in my opinion. And so when I sat down and I thought, what do I want him to learn from this experience? Yes, I want him to get the money he wants to buy his computer, but I also want him to get a healthy relationship with the idea of working. And so, of course, I gamified the entire day. He loves Dungeons and Dragons, so his aunt had to figure out what the heck that even meant. And at the end of the day, I said, what was the part? What was, we're getting to, what did you like best about what you did? I said, what was the part of the day that you didn't like? The work. I don't like working. And he said that kind of having to be funny. And I said, well, here's the thing. I don't have anybody on my team that doesn't like what they're doing, because I think then that's unfair of me to keep them in that position. So if you don't like working, then I think you're working for the wrong person. And I had made the whole day a big game. I could do a whole live on what I did to make the day as reinforcing as it could be. Aside from the fact he wasn't earning an hourly rate, he was earning gold coins. He earned 10,500 gold coins. So I asked him, I said, do you think I love what I do? Do I love my work? And he said, yes, I think you do. And I said, I probably could have stopped working 25 years ago. Do you think I love everything I do in my day every day? He said, yes. I said, no, you're wrong. There are jobs I don't like to do, but that doesn't mean I don't love what I do. It's okay. So we want to transfer the value of work for your dog, so they love the idea of work. You saw how Lizzie was she was very difficult to get motivated because she was so focused on the food. I'm going to take her out again, and I'm just going to ask her to do a bunch of things. Tell me, does she have focus? Does she want to work? So I'm going to bring her out one more time. LOH can turn this around. There we go. Okay. Here. Sit. Okay, ready? Up. Okay. So I don't know how many behaviors I asked her to do, 5, 10, 15, I don't know. How many reinforcements did she get? She didn't get a toy. She didn't get food. She got the opportunity to do another behavior. But she loves to work, as Debbie points out. She loves to work. She loves to work because work is associated with earning high-value rewards so that the game itself becomes fun. That's how you get agility dogs that love to do agility. That's how you get obedience dogs that love to do obedience. That's the whole name of the game. That is our program in a nutshell. We help people, especially the ones with the non-traditional dogs, the bulldogs, I don't want to center anybody out. The non-sporting breeds, the huskies, the sighthounds, that traditionally people label as dogs who don't like to work. We get those dogs loving work because we create work in a game that becomes nothing more than a series of transfer of value. Does it work for dogs who love to work, like Goldens and Border Collies and Labradors and Belgians? And absolutely. But it also works for those dogs who people say, oh, they don't like to work. You have to make them work. All right. Okay. So I would like you, I tell you a few things that are coming up. I would like you to go to DogsThat.com/party. You'll learn a little bit more about our classrooms. If you don't know about our online classrooms, if you scroll down that page, I bet there'll be links that you can find out more about our classrooms. We open registration on Thursday until the following Wednesday. And so that's what's upcoming. Right now, I'm going to give away a prize. I'm giving away our amazing Linda's favorite Blue 9 bait bag. And that goes to Lynn Bockelman. Congratulations, Lynn. Let's have some hearts for Lynn. And I'm going to share with you how you can get another prize from the amazing people at Blue 9. And that is dun, 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 one of my favorite pieces of fitness equipment. No matter what you do with your dog, no matter if you do sports or you just have a pet that you just love doing things with, this is my favorite piece of fitness equipment. And the good people at Blue 9 are going to let me give one away if there was something that I said today that you went, I need more of that. I need to include this in my training, or that was a real gem that's going to enhance my training. Then if you go to our Facebook page, or wait till this YouTube video ends and come back to YouTube and leave a gem. What did you get from this presentation, this live? I don't know what's happening to my hair back here. It's been driving me cray-cray. Too much jumping around. What did you get from this presentation? What was your big aha moment? What was your big takeaway? If there's more than one, by all means, put more than one. We'll be going live for sure. We're going to be doing an agility focus live on Thursday, right? So we'll be doing live. And if there's enough interest, maybe we'll do a puppy focus one, maybe tomorrow. So leave us a comment if that's something you would like to see. But for now, if you're watching the recording of this video and you share it and put your name in the comments that you shared, when we go live next, we will give away that tug toy that I promised you from the good people from For My Morals. Thank you guys for being on. Really interactive. I love the list of 25 things that we came up with that are, reasons why training might fail. And I just like you to think about both how to prevent unnecessary failures in your training and how to make sure you release the burden of shame, of guilt, and of the feeling of not being enough when you get failure in your dog training, because it's just a journey. We're all on it. All of us are going to continue to screw up when we train our dogs. And the good things is the dogs still love us. As long as we're doing it in a reinforcement-based program, no, it just means they get extra cookies. Okay, we'll see you later this week. Please check out the hand target video. And thanks for being here. We'll see ya.